Meeting women probably taught me more about business than anything I've ever done in my whole life. Okay, here's the story. And it started when I was about 20 years old. I had come off being the valedictorian of my community college. Okay, so in other words, I was a super nerd who was also extremely awkward around women and people in general. I flubbed my valedictorian speech in front of about 2,000 people. I was very awkward and I knew it. So I went to UCLA, the school of my choice, and I made an oath to myself. And I told myself, I am going to sort out my social life. I don't care what it takes. My grades are secondary because if I keep getting the 4.0s and if I can't talk my way out of a wet paper bag, then I will be destined to a life behind a cubicle or behind a computer in a cubicle. I will hate it. I can't have that. And so I made an oath to myself to approach women every single day at university, which I did. First few months, extremely awkward. My legs would jiggle. I'd get the jelly leg. And these girls, every single time I'd talk to them, they would always tell me that they had a boyfriend. What a concept, right? But I persisted. And one thing I did, and this is what was powerful, is every single day when I got home at night, I took a day planner. And for that given day, say it was January the 5th, I wrote the number of women I purposefully went up and talked to for that given day. I wrote that number in the day planner. And then that night, I said, okay, my job is to talk to one more woman the next day than it was today, right? So if today I talked to 3 women, then tomorrow it was 4 women. And that's what I did. And after 3 or 4 months, the damnedest thing happened. Suddenly I was smooth. Stuff was working out. I had dates. I had 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 dates in a week. What a concept. I learned a few things from this. Okay, the obvious one was, you can learn social skills, which is a really powerful lesson for a lot of people who are really bright but not very good with people. Because to do deals, to buy businesses, to make a lot of money, to be great in sales, you have to be able to speak well. We all know this intuitively. But the more powerful lesson was as follows. It was learning the power of focusing on process KPIs. Process KPIs. What's a process KPI? First of all, KPI stands for key performance indicator. But a process KPI is a KPI that has nothing to do with the outcome goal that you're seeking or the results oriented goal that you're seeking. Rather, it simply tracks the process that is in pursuit of that which you want. A classic example would be make 300 sales calls a day, give 5 sales presentations a day, talk to 3 different women that you find attractive a day. And so by tracking the number of women I talked to in each day in my day planner, what I taught myself was how to track my progress based on process oriented goals, which in turn led me to get all the results in college that I wanted. Hell, I built a consulting business helping men, improving their dating lives for 4 or 5 years after that. It allowed me to travel the world. I lived in Denmark. I lived in Colombia. I lived all over the place. I lived in great surf spots, all because I learned the power of focusing on process oriented KPIs. And it is so applicable for you, whether you're in sales, whether you're in deal making, pretty much no matter what you're doing. If you focus on hitting the process oriented objectives every single day, your skills will improve rapidly, and so too will the results follow. The results will follow.